Hello, hello. Welcome. My name is Haley, and my spirit name is Soaring Heart Woman. And this is a collective reading for, honestly, I was going to just see how this one went. But as I sat down and was meditating, it feels very, very feminine in nature. So this will be a collective for the divine feminine. And the messages I was picking up as I sat down were it was interesting because it first came in as worship at the temple, but as I was getting images with that wording, it changed to worship my temple. So this talks about cleansing yourself. It talks about cleansing and worshiping your own body and your own mental state, your own physical state, really balancing out your mind, body, and soul, cleansing your mind, body, and soul. I'm getting images of dancing and taking care of the body. That involves eating properly, it's exercising, soaking in tubs, it's self-care, basically. It's about worshiping your temple, it's worshiping your body, it's worshiping your self. And there is an importance in that to bring our energy back towards ourselves, divine feminine. Again, this is a reading for divine feminine. Feminine energy is an energy. It is not a gender. So apply it where it resonates. We have both feminine and masculine energies to balance us out. The feminine energy is soft and receptive. Masculine energy is the go-getter, the doer. And so we have both capacities within us. And so this is more about sitting in that feminine energy and receiving and taking care of our bodies in the way that we're supposed to in this moment. There's almost a reset, a recharge. And I'm seeing wolf mother, a wolf mother with her pups. A wolf mother is a nurturing energy. It is a teacher. Wolves, as they teach their pups, they are gentle and considerate, but they are also fierce, and they require boundaries. They set boundaries. They teach their pups what's okay and what's not okay. There's also a difference in how female pups and male pups are treated. There is a softer, I remember watching a video, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Good old allergies. But there was a video of this pack of wolves and how the alpha male and the males treated the female pups to the male pups. They were a lot harder and harsh on the male pups, and they were a bit softer on the female pups. And this, again, speaks to being softer with your feminine side. Sometimes we get down on ourselves, we shame ourselves for needing to rest or to take a break, to sit in silence. We're so used to doing, and we need that break. And so we need to remember to be softer with ourselves. We need to be softer with our rest periods. We need to be softer with our receptive times. There's a time to howl with fierceness, and there is a time to sit and be still. All right, let's get into it. I'm also I'm seeing the number 6. Cleansing is important. So obsidian, black tourmaline, absorbing energy. A good way to help yourself is to release and strong and heavy emotions. We can bring them out and we can look at them and we can analyze them and we can assess them. And then we can put them back where they're supposed to be, because we're humans. We're supposed to feel everything. And then we blow out just love and warmth. And that is a good cleanser. Also picturing any negative energies or dense, I should say, there's not really a positive or a negative energy. It's just about frequency. And if you're at a higher frequency and a lower frequency is coming towards you, you want to be able to block that. You want to be able to neutralize that frequency so that it doesn't affect you. And so you can visualize these lower frequencies coming towards you and being stopped by an energy wall, and them dropping to the ground and being neutralized in the earth. For those of you that feel you have people sending you negative or low frequencies to try and affect you or try and cause you harm, again, imagine that energy wall and block those frequencies and drop them to the ground and have them neutralized. You do not want to send them back. That is just creating more lower frequencies. It's creating more dense energies in the world and or keeping them in the game kind of thing, right? You don't want to do that. We want to get rid of it. We want to raise that frequency. We want to have a lighter energy feeling. Yeah, justice. It's not justice to send it back or to, it's not our job to send that back. We receive what we put out. And if somebody is sending you dense energy, they will eventually receive it back on their own accord. If they're sending you dense energy and you return to sender and you send it back, well, then you're going to receive dense energy again later on at some point. That's how karma works. But if you can look at that dense energy coming in and negate it and drop it and neutralize it and transmute it into a higher frequency, into a lighter energy, then that's what you'll receive coming back. If you can give that back to somebody, if you can do that, that's going to come back to you. But if you return to sender a dense energy or a lower frequency, that is what you will receive. It is not your job to be justice. That is the universe, and it will come the way it's supposed to for them. 6 of Cups. I love this, especially in this deck. 6 of Cups typically talks about options and all the things. But with this one, it's a birth of a baby. And everyone's there to offer their gifts and their presents. And if you think about it, when there's a baby born and they do a baby shower or anything like that, all of the gifts for the baby, all of the gifts for the parents, everything that is being showered on that family or that baby, that the energy being showered on that baby is all positive. It is all light energy. It is all a higher frequency. There is no negativity involved. That is where you want to be. And that's where it is. If you keep yourself here in this state of only giving higher frequencies and a lighter energy, that is what you'll receive. Worshipping your temple. Worshipping yourself. Knowing yourself. Sitting in that ease of knowing who you are and being proud of who you are, and nobody can touch that, and just wishing well for everyone. Because when you're happy and you're positive and you're feeling good and you're cleansed and you're ready to take on the world, nothing can bring you down from that. And you will find that when you're at a state like that, it's very rare that you will think negatively about anybody. And even if you see something happening where somebody is a lower frequency, let's say they're grumbling and they're ranting and raving and this and that, and when you're in a happy state, it's very rare that that would negatively affect you, in the sense that when you're in full joy and full happiness and full contentment, you see that person and you go, gosh, I wish that was different for him. It's rare that you want to be like, oh, and then you feel crappy and then you're like, oh, everything's going wrong today. It's actually the opposite. If you can stay in that higher frequency and that full knowing and contentment within yourself, keep that energy field cleansed and up so that that energy can't get in. And those are the feelings you're going to feel. And it's going to change everything. It's going to feel basically, yeah, like, oh, sorry, I knocked my... But it's going to feel like you're in a temple. Like if you create this bubble barrier, it's like that's your temple. And only things that you worship or that you want to worship you can come into that energy field. So be very discerning and very careful. Set up your boundaries, again, with the mama wolf. Setting up that boundary of like, this is what's allowed towards me, this is what's in, and you can't come in. Yeah. 3 of Wands. Letting what's for you come in and letting go of what isn't. In this particular deck, the 3 of Wands, the ship has already sailed out. It's gone. It's leaving. And that's, allowing those denser energies and low frequencies to drop away. Drop away. That's your boundary. Nope, you're not allowed in. Bye-bye. Wow, Divine Feminine, this is intense. This is beautiful. Remember to keep yourself cleared. Take the time that you need for yourself to keep yourself clean from the negative, the dense. I don't want to say negative. I keep saying negative, and that's not a term that I typically use. And so there's a mindset shift that needs to happen. There is no negative energies. They're just different frequencies. They're denser, they feel heavier, or they're lighter, and they feel airy and soft. There isn't a negative or a positive. Energy is energy. It can't be good or bad. It can only just be. And it's either lighter feeling or heavier feeling. And it's up to you which one you want to be in, which one you'll allow into your energy field, into your temple. 8 of Wands. I love this. And you see like it has like the little rainbow, again, like a little bubble over him. It's like, it's raining everywhere, but where he is, it's like sunny, and he's like, no, I'm good, I'm protected. And you're communicating that energetically, you're communicating that to those around you. And the people with a lower frequency or a denser energy will just move on. And the higher frequencies and the lighter energies will come to you quickly. Reciprocity. 6 of Pentacles, or in this deck is the Shields. This is reciprocity. This is getting that balance. I mean, look at the sun is out and they're cheering and they're happy. And this is about feeling that reciprocity, right? Feeling that lighter energy. I'm just getting this picture of dancing. Actually, quite similarly to, I don't know, maybe some of you have watched Outlander, but and the only reason I know about this is because I've seen like the beginning. I haven't watched Outlander, but the intro with the dancing, of the girls dancing, that's the picture I'm getting, is this like dancing, letting free, letting loose, just having fun and being in this light, high frequency. Very airy and soft and light. What's that song too? I'm thinking of that song. Like there's a song, like the intro of it, because I know, like, passing through, when you pass through on the TV and it kind of plays it for you, or it plays it was playing it, and I don't know the song, but that song is in my head. So for some of you that might mean something. It might make you feel good, or songs similar to it will have you in a higher frequency feeling of wanting to dance and wanting to move and wanting to flow state. I'm also picking up a very lively dance, and it's a bunch of men. Are they in kilts? Maybe this is from the intro to Outlander or Highlander or something. But they're dancing and they're like just really lively and having a good time. It's almost like a wedding. Oh, maybe it's a wedding. Is there a wedding coming up? Yours, someone else's that you're going to, celebration. There's this light energy about it that just it's just a reminder to be staying in this light energy. And when you feel yourself getting heavier and not in the joy state, and not and we our emotions fluctuate, it's totally fine. It happens. We recognize it and then we move forward. But if you find yourself getting stuck in a lower phase, that's when you need to cleanse. That's when you need to have your black tourmaline or your obsidian and dance. Sometimes when you're feeling stuck, dancing is the best thing you could possibly do. Yeah. I'm also being shown like a ladybug when they like open up their shell and their wings come out and then they get carried away on the wind. It's like just riding the wind. It's just kind of flowing with life. And there's something extremely I said air earlier too. There's this feeling of flow and receptivity of just allowing. And I think with divine feminine, or the feminine energies that's here, this is what's being highlighted. And this is what needs to be allowed. I almost said pursued, but that's very masculine energy. We don't want to pursue this. We want to allow it, if that makes sense. Knight of Wands. This is pursual. And I just said we don't want to pursue it. We want to allow it. But what's interesting about this one is like the horse is in the fire. Like he's burning in the fire, but he trusts his rider. So he's not moving forward. Do you see? So that is the feminine energy, right? Like allowing, right? Trusting what is happening, trusting the flow of life, trusting how things are working for you, and allowing it. Because with the Knight of Wands, it is movement, yes. But with this horse not moving, it's pause. So the point of allowing things, knowing it's going to work out for you and just allowing them to flow the way they're supposed to, allows you to be in this feminine energy of receptivity. And also with that receptivity, you're sitting and you're quiet so that you can hear from your spirit guides or your ancestors saying, now is the time, go. And then you can jump out of your feminine energy into the masculine and go and push forward and get what you need and go and get away from the fire, right? Like it's higher. It's trusting your higher self. It's trusting the universe, its creator. Yeah. It's like trusting in your intuition and creator. And yes, because the outcome, 6 of Wands, the outcome is you win. You know, like you win. You get to sit on the throne and you get to be emotionally satisfied and you are emotionally stable. You're emotionally stable because you have sat, because you have been able to receive and just allow things to play out. King of Swords, to watch them, to be discerning, to see what is going to be acceptable and what is not. Look at these eagles. They're flying in and out of the clouds, almost like iridescently. Like they're almost like flying in and out of the spirit world to our material world. Connection higher, right? Connecting with your higher self creator. You are able to, as you sit in receptivity and quiet, you are able to receive, you are able to go to the higher realms, planes, whatever you want to call it, and receive those teachings and receive the important pieces to move forward. Because again, like in the beginning, I had heard like worship at the temple or worship my temple or worship myself. You know, it's like allowing yourself to rejuvenate and really take care of yourself and be in that so that when you need to, you can howl with fierceness, so that you can move forward, so that you can jump into your masculine, that you are going to be rejuvenated enough and have enough energy to jump into that masculine state and to push forward, move through, and then come back. You will have the willpower and the emotional capacity to keep pushing and then come back and rejuvenate and get everything in order, and then boom, do it again. See? Moving. He can't do anything in this boat except for rhythmically paddle to the shore. He can't, he could jump into the ocean and swim to shore, but he's going to take a lot longer to get there than in the boat. Or he might not even get there at all. In the boat, he has to sit and wait and rhythmically go through, rhythmically, relaxed. I mean, he could push for sure and get there quicker, potentially, but he's going to be exhausted and he'll only be able to do it for so long. Whereas when you slow down and you rhythmically take yourself through the motion, you'll be able to go further, go longer, progress quicker, because you won't have to stop and take the breaks. Judgment. I love this one. Do you have the resiliency and the courage and the strength to fight for what you want currently? And if you don't, then you need to cleanse your energy. You need to sit and be receptive and revive your energy in order to get there. This is all about sitting and waiting for when the action is required. Prime example, 10 of Wands. Okay, in this deck, 10 of Wands, this is Odin. Okay, he has created the realms. Okay, that's the little orbs, the little realms, the earth, whatever, all the realms. He's created the realms. But now, after he's created them, he sits back and he lets them flourish and do what they need to do. And he rests and he does not involve himself until he is able to, until his energy is back. We're just talking about Odin, and guess what is outside my door? I hear you. Create, wait. Create, wait. Energy, feminine energy is creation. It's nurturing and creation. Rhythmically. It's not forcing. We don't, and this is feminine energy. I'm not talking gender, but when a woman is pregnant and the child is in her womb, okay, in her womb space, and is being created and coming to life, the energy, the being, right, the body is aiding in the process of the growth, but is not forcing it. Okay? It's the same, it's It's allowing it to go through the motions. And we don't force a baby out to be created and born in a month. We all know that it takes, well, they say 9 months, but it's actually 10. It's 40 weeks. But we don't force that to be quicker. Because if we were to force that to be quicker, there could be challenges with the birth. There could be challenges with the mother. There could be challenges with the baby. There could be the baby wouldn't be fully developed. We do not, sorry, I have a hair on my lip here. We do not force it. Okay. We don't force it. We allow it. And that's what this is. This is create, allow it to flourish. Create, allow it to flourish. So create it and allow it to flourish. Queen of Cups. Actually sitting right beside the King of Cups. Flourish. Flourishing. Some of you might get into a deeply emotional relationship. Don't force it. Allow it. Create, allow. Create, allow. That's what this is. So if there is a relationship that's being born out of this, allow it to play out the way it's supposed to. Don't think into the future of this is going to be your lifetime partner and it's the only thing that you have, and you start planning ahead. Be in the present moment. Recognize, okay, yeah, this is potential. This has emotional depth, and I would like to look into pursuing it. And so then you go on a date, and then you take it a date by a date by a date. You don't go, okay, this is the second date, so what's our kid's name's going to be? It's allowing it to play out the way it's supposed to. Do not think too far ahead, and do not put yourself in a state of anxiety over it. It is not worth it. The right relationship is not worth that. You stay in the moment and allow. Be receptive. The Star. I love this one. He is protecting the boat. He's protecting the people against the monster. Protect your energy. Don't allow just anyone in there. If things are starting to go south, or you're getting red flags, or there's some negativity that's coming up that's not sitting well with you, if this is a new relationship, then you need to bring that boundary back and go, whoa, I'm not cool with this. And if they have an issue with your boundary, it's like, oh, okay, but we need to talk about this, and we need to figure out how to move forward from this. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to walk away. And for some of you, you will. Know your truth. Know your truth. Trust your truth. Know your truth. Trust your truth. You've got the King of Swords and you've got the Ace of Swords. Know your truth. Trust your truth. Know yourself. Know yourself first. Worship yourself first. Do not put anyone else on a pedestal. This is all about you. When you were born, you are the one that you're with for your entire life. And when you die, you are with yourself. You have to put yourself in a position of power. You have to put yourself in a position where you matter, and you matter the most. That's not saying that you're not kind or compassionate or caring about others. You can absolutely care about others, for sure. And, especially if you're a parent, you pretty much will sacrifice yourself completely for your children, or, what have you. But you still need to prioritize yourself. It's It's like the analogy of the plane when they tell you as a parent or an adult with a child that you need to put your mask on before you put the child on in case you pass out. You can't help anybody if you pass out, but you can help somebody if you're taken care of. Well, take care of yourself and you'll be able to help other people. Right? Same with Odin. He couldn't help the realms after he created them because he needed to recover. And he needed to recover enough so that he could help them later on. If he didn't take that time to recover and he continued to try and help them, then he might have put himself over the edge and died, and then he wouldn't be there later on to help them. Right? Like you got to think about that. I love this Page of Swords. Page of Swords, a lot of people look to think about, like stalking or like somebody's watching you, and that's true to an extent. In this particular reading, what I'm getting is she is blocking. She's blocking, right? She is standing there with her sword going, and I mean, look at her stance, right? Like she's, you're not getting past me. I know me. I know who I am. There's nothing that you can say to me that will tell me any different. I know how good I am with this sword. Why don't you try me? Know yourself. Take care of yourself, and you can take care of everyone else the way you want to. Yeah. It might cause a little bit of rifts between some people, for sure, the Tower. But the old way is gone and dead. It is burned to the ground. Because you want to be emotionally stable, mature. You want to have a new beginning without that dense, heavy, lower frequencies. You want it higher. So you're planning. You're doing what needs to happen. You're planning. Sorry about that. 8 of Pentacles, or the Shields. This is putting in the work. Fine, detailed work. I mean, you've got all these shields to protect you. And part of the shield aspect is you hold the shield and you stand, like you're braced, but it bounces off the shield, right? It's your energy shield, your energy bubble. Bounce it off, bounce it off, bounce it off. The old stuff, the people that are going to be annoyed that you're making a change, that are going to try to wheedle their way back in, or they're going to try and affect you, it's not going to work because you have your shields up. Doing the work. Sitting, resting, rejuvenating. This energy is so powerful in its receptivity, in its knowing, and its ability to allow. I mean, this is exactly what feminine energy is, and this is what you are doing. This is what you're allowing in your life, and it will create so much stability. Four of Wands. Fours are stability, stable. Wands, passion. You will have a very fulfilling and very passionate, stable life by taking care of yourself. Queen of Swords, being discerning, only letting certain people into your energy field, into your temple, only letting people into your temple that are willing to worship you, and not in a crazy worship everything kind of way, but people who are only going to add to your frequency and add to your energy in a light and high way, not a negative way. Again, negativity isn't a thing with energy. And so I keep saying it, and it's not something I use. So if, again, there needs to be a mind switch with this. It's not negative energy, okay? It is dense, heavy, or low frequencies. It is not negative. And at one time, 5, 10, 15 years ago, or 5, 10, 15 months ago, you could have been in a lower, heavier, denser energy that you now consider negative. But it wasn't negative for you then. It was just where you were. You're just higher now. You're going to be surrounding yourselves with people that, and when I say worship, what I mean is you're going to be surrounding yourself with people that allow you to move higher in frequency, to have lighter energy, and to progress in life, and to challenge you to be in those states and move and keep moving up in those states versus trying to bring you down or not challenge you and try and bring you or keep you at the level that you are now. You're surrounding yourself with people that want you to progress. You are surrounding yourself with people that want you to move forward and live an extremely fulfilling and passionate life. Those are the people that you want around you. Those are the people that will be around you after you sit and receive and allow this to come in. This is what's going to happen for you, and this isn't, manifesting something and then sitting and waiting for it, like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, but then you sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day. Well, you're not going to be a millionaire. That's not the energy I'm talking about. That's not the allowing or the receptivity energy I'm talking about. I'm talking about the creation and allowing. Create, allow, right? So if you want to be a millionaire, you have to create an idea. And then when you create the idea, you get to allow that idea to come to life, however that looks. All right. And with that, those are the messages for my divine feminines, for the collective today. I do wish you all of the best and all of my love. Mwah. And I'll see you again. Remember, not all of this will resonate. So take what does, leave the rest. You can always come back and watch it again, and you might find something else resonating with you then. So there you go. All my love.